This is Julia with iCadenza, and I'm here with Nadine Sierra, who just was proclaimed the winner of the Lauren L. Zachary Foundation competition here in Los Angeles. And it's so exciting, Nadine. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
And you actually you also won the Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions this year.
I did, yes.
So such a big year for you.
Yeah, it's been a very big year and very exciting, and it's sort of the new chapter in my life, I think. After college, I finally get to sort of show myself to the world as a professional instead of a student, so it feels very good.
It's so exciting. You're so young.
Yeah.
When did you graduate from? Was it undergraduate that you're talking about?
Yeah, my undergraduate, I graduated probably 5 days ago. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Actually, thank you.
This is a great prize.
Yeah.
as a congratulatory.
Yeah, it feels good, definitely. And what's funny is that my graduation was during this competition, so I felt like I couldn't be at my graduation, but then again I could be here doing this wonderful competition and get something out of it, which is great. So it's very nice.
Well, you sounded so incredible today.
Oh, thank you.
And you were telling me that you actually started singing and taking voice lessons when you were 6 years old.
Yes, I was. Yeah, just when I was little, I was so addicted to singing and performing that my mom thought, well, how can we allow her to spend her energy? So she asked me at 6, do you want to take voice lessons? I said yes, and ever since then I have been doing this. So yeah, it's been a long journey and definitely a rewarding one.
That's so wonderful. And you started singing and getting serious about opera when you were 10 years old?
When I was 10 years old, I got serious about it. From actually a VHS. It was, I think, the 1992 production of La Bohème at the Met. And I watched it with my family. And I remember at 10 years old, I couldn't stop watching it every day because it was so inspirational. And since then, I've always remembered it and thought, well, that's definitely what I want to do, and not only that, but what I want to be for the rest of my life. So yeah,
you are so engaging when you perform. What do you find to be the most challenging about performing?
Well, the most challenging is, of course, there are nerves. People are just as performers, you get nervous, and the key is you have to remember that the people that are out there watching you are not there to see you fail. They're there to watch you succeed in every note that comes out of you, and that's in itself the very thing that calms me down, especially when I am in that situation. So it's just knowing that the audience will love you no matter what, and
they do,
which is great. So yeah, it's about that, and just that gives you confidence, and you sing well. Hopefully.
You definitely do sing well.
Thank you.
Do you have any favorite roles or favorite composers?
I do. Of course, the romantic composers I love, Verdi, Puccini. I even love Mascagni and Mozart, and it goes on and on. But I guess my dream role, and probably this is because when I was 10, it was what I watched forever, is Mimi in La Bohème. That's probably it. Just because of that childhood memory and the love that is definitely there for it. So
now, is your family also musical, or do you have any other opera singers in the family?
No opera singers, but my little sister, Marilyn Sierra, is a wonderful Broadway singer. She's only 16 years old, and she has sort of that operatic head tone quality in her soprano voice, but she really likes to belt and sing those beautiful show tunes that are, shown now and in the past. So she's very good at that. And none of my parents sing, and my eldest sister doesn't sing, but on my mother's side, her mother used to sing very well, apparently, from what I've heard. So I guess it comes from that side of the family, but yeah.
So is there anything about you that people don't ordinarily know?
Oh, well,
that you wouldn't mind them knowing?
I'm trying to think of the things that I really like to do. Oh, I'm a very good swimmer. Maybe that's one thing. I also love to travel. I'm a horrible cook, although I love to eat. And I don't like to exercise, but I have to do it, so I do that. And thank you. And yeah, so those things, I guess. Yeah.
What would you recommend to a young artist who is interested in pursuing opera? What are the best things that you did that brought you to the success that you've achieved?
Never give up. this is a very hard field we're all in, and there's always going to be a time where you're either not taken for an audition or you don't win a competition. And honestly, when that does happen, the only thing I try to think of is just don't give up and keep going, because just because you don't get one thing doesn't mean that something else won't come later in life. So I always say don't give up, and even if it's something in the end you don't do, if you don't sing opera on the stage, you can teach, or you can give master classes, or you can just maybe run an opera company if you are into business. So there are so many things that are connected in our field that you can do. You just have to keep going and love it.
Absolutely. Now, I mentioned a little bit about what we do at iCadenza and helping performing artists establish an online presence for themselves. What do you think about that, and how do you go about establishing your online presence?
Well, I think that's great to do an online anything. If it's a website or YouTube, it's a great way to just sort of put yourself out there without having to, give out cards or send lots of emails. It's just one place that people can find you and listen to you, or just get your information in an easy way. So I think it's very important, actually, especially in our time and generation. It's very important, yeah. So.
Well, next for you, you're going to be singing Adina in Le Désir d'Amore at Marilyn this summer, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what else is coming up for you, and maybe your or maybe that production?
Sure. Well, the Marilyn Program is an 11-week program that is not only having to do with the opera, but also master classes, many concerts and performances. And also it gives the singers a chance to audition for the Adler program for the January 2011 season. And that is sort of on my mind, mostly because, I've graduated from school, and I want to work up, the professional name for myself. And I think that is to be in some kind of young artist program. But if not, I've decided that I'm going to continue my education at Mannes College of Music in New York with a professional studies, and I will be doing that, and some roles are coming up in the future as well, so it's going to be a very fulfilling year for me. So that's what's going to happen.
Well, we're so excited to see what comes next for you.
Thank
we're
you.
sure wonderful things are in store. And thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on all of your wins this year, especially today's. And thank you.
Thank you so much.